taking it without killing a single player. Well, they've snuck themselves in, no problem whatsoever, and that's going to be the one plot for them as well.
Yeah, and this is already that's about to come through. There are two players with Glocks ready and waiting that'll thwart this push as soon as it starts to come through. But there's two kills coming their way. It's too late. The flank is not there in time, and the CTs are starting to stick it, but there's still Forrest and friberg that are desperately trying to keep them off the bomb, but it does not work out. How do Dignitas end up dropping this round?
Oh, poor hallzerk. He saw his opponents, and he wanted to stop
The Galil, but Fame is going to have a lot of pressure on his hands as the Molotov starts to fly in, backs away, and that is a free kill for Mo as he has to take out hallzerk, and I think I discounted him a bit too early because HEAP is there for the refrag. The AK is being put to use, and that is two major rifles out of their hands. Fame has fallen off of the
smoke. Will keep him alive. neaLaN on half points of health. But Forrest, he circle around it, headshot connected. neaLaN does take friberg out of the equation, but Dignitas have taken control of the A site.
I'm not sure how this falls apart, but it does in a very similar fashion as to how we didn't expect Dignitas to end up losing the pistol round. Is the same case here. Trailing with his AWP, he'll be able to peep over it, and maybe Fame can actually help him out in this regard as well.
Ooh, hallzerk wins out on that trade though, and the cross is sort of permitted for Dignitas right now. They facilitated it nicely. And they continue with it though. I think they've got the space well, Daddy.
For sure. Mo shouldn't have been punished like that, especially because he was at the ready. And Fame, he's quickly been drawn out of the picture as well.
It's like at such a massive disadvantage in numbers without having any map control either. Is a prospect that I doubt K23 will want to go for. They've got 3 rifles at play and they want to go for the save. But there are a couple of players from Dignitas on that pursuit of them. They want to deny this, and HEAP will be able to deny one. Realizes this neaLaN very, very close. And he does draw back to a further,
I think he's
drawn away angle. Oh, he's got it. He's got on the time. And it doesn't work out for neaLaN. So it's
initiative, I would be very surprised. Norbert getting desperate to save this. Looking through the forklift.
K23, they need to bring something out unorthodox, I think, and they're going for the outside approach. Fame already on the backside of things. Headshot connected. Electro can't do anything about it. And friberg, he's on hot pursuit of this.
He wants to immediately equalize the numbers, but he's gotten a deal and a half because an AWP has been eliminated. Fame is playing this so well, quickly boosts up on top of Redcon and manages to find a frag, and he even scurries away, but it's at the cost of his teammate because AdreN...
Fame to the upper side of ramp, and now with the smokes coming onwards, and Molotov as well to keep him out of bay. Fame does get shut down. You only needed that one little deep to go his way. Norbert does deliver, but it is going to be a trade at the end of the day. neaLaN is the only last hope here for the K23 side. He has to deal with 2 players that are on 4 on health. Difficult, slowly inching through, can't really throw down the smoke. He's being punished. He's not given much space, and he goes for the repeat, and for that reason, Dignitas. So many players around him. Molly to come out on his feet, he'll be lured out. So many players to look for. It takes them some time to shut him down, but they eventually do. Does by move. Won't really matter at the end of the day, but they are showing presence. Norbert has heard them. He goes for outside pick. He's able to grab out one, but friberg quickly returns the favor. 30.
Yeah, they're relying on this one player to keep them on the A bomb site while they cook up a mean broth on B, but that's at the cost of friberg's head. They need to get the plan down immediately. The reinforcements start to chime into B, and Forrest is ready for it. He's not going to let Vence be the point of contact, and he's even gone for the wraparound, so there is potential for him to scoop up a second one before he even has to go for a fair duel. Now, they're starting to move in for the retake. Afamas and AWP, can they make it work?
So far, neaLaN able to grab out HEAP, but I don't think HEAP's position has been compromised yet. So Mo, the fact that he doesn't check it that heavily means that he's able to survive for a little bit longer. Has the time to take the delicacy of putting that crosshair on his opponent's body. And K23, it takes control given. friberg does get taken low. Oh, there's slight gap there, isn't there? Not much. Oh, they're going to trickle on through. Famas in the hands of Norbert. It's good for 2, actually. He'll take that trade any day of the week. Mo keeping things at bay over on ramp as well. Not giving them the delicacy of space, of room, of health, of killing them. neaLaN with the backstab. hallzerk relentlessly had nothing he could do about that. Although friberg says hello, gives a peekaboo, is opening up the doors. AdreN does hold that ground, so K23 not pay off in the end as they do exchange positions. P coming out, I don't think they had any idea that HEAP was still nooked into that cranny. And now It is Dignitas yet again with a numbers advantage. May look to bring things onwards. HEAP with one. AdreN again to trade it on close. This could be it for him. If they don't spot him out, this could be it. Peeking through. HEAP is there and ready for it. Not going to be surprised by that. And Norbit will be the final defender. One on top, but hallzerk ready for it with his AWP at hand. Dignitas pulled through. I'll definitely challenge it with every piece of their being. Again, smokes, as we've seen before from Dignitas, liking to take this early control.
Allow Dignitas to play this at their own pace. I want to see which of the pieces starts to move. Apparently, as I say that, it's AdreN, but he gets punished. There's a pawn right on the diagonal that is ready to pick him up.
friberg, good shot onto Norbit as well. Dignitas, they're holding strong. They're not even losing a single player within these trades. It doesn't seem like it's a buy round from K23, but Dignitas are playing this so methodically, slowly, so carefully as well. Fame does put a dent into Dignitas, but Mo, you need something more than excellence to bring things in your favor. He's grabbing out one, slowly peeking through. hallzerk will be his second kill. Checking for the third between the smoke, not able to spot him out, but there's a backstab. There's nothing Mo can do about that. Down he goes with friberg, putting Dignitas now.
And it just seems like this trend will continue, but I like this from K23. They're finally starting to change things up. Two players, though, caught with their pants down as AdreN. Although he was ready for it, he only had a pistol, and Norbert didn't have a weapon out to go for the refrag.
Both sides of the same card, you know, they can either go like full aggression, ham mode onto their opponents and still get those entries in, catching their opponents off guard, yada, 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 but they can also play the map in this very slow sense that we've seen many northern teams really take, most of them the Danish teams, but you know, there's that CIS approaching K23's resources. Although they've lost a couple of kills here and there, it is going to be a simple matter onto neaLaN. friberg makes sure of that. And with Mo being the final member standing and f0rest holding down the lineup, there's nothing he can do. Looking through in the depths of A, maybe to check it out, but HEAP is here. And he's on that duty. AdreN peeking through. First time in a while that K23 get that initial kill. And that might open up some areas for K23 to get some extra info on.
Yeah, you say extra info, but it's just death being delivered. neaLaN, though, from the sky. friberg, in the meantime, has crept all the way into the A site. This is an incredibly complex placement of players around the map.
I like how I saw it, though. I like how they managed to make it work. I like how f0rest did adapt in that situation, but, you know, potential. And now as they do head towards heaven, they've got good control over this. Lecro has got a good spray down on it, and now friberg does get traded through. neaLaN was the last responder, is the last man standing, and with the plenty of time to defuse the bomb, it is K23 to at least get themselves that fourth at halftime.
This is still Dignitas' game as far as we're concerned, because they've got an 11 on the terror.
Deagle, see how it works. It's that long distance that he's sort of looking for, that nice little kill, but f0rest is able to chime in first. Second follow-up from the man. And now Dignitas may have found an avenue to success here. They've got a brick wall set up here, and K23 haven't been able to breach through it just yet. They might find a little trapdoor to move into, but Lecro, he's the guard of that. He will not permit that in any sort of sense. Opening the doors, making their positioning aware. HEAP, it's a simple swing to permit them the cross of bullets onto his opponent's head. Fame keeps himself alive for 3.
Okay. Hot pursuit. He's going immediately for the bomb plant, has to switch over to the pistol, and there is no time remaining anyway. Lecro, maybe even have somebody rotate over closer to Redcon, while the rest of them start to pester over towards lobby. hallzerk expects AdreN to peek out, and that's a freebie for him. No response either. Now they're pushing into lobby.
Oh, and HEAP is the first responder, and he's successful in finding a kill. hallzerk has now rejoiced, but can he quite find the finishing blow? Swing onto Norbit, down to 2 points of health, but that's not good enough. Utilities towards the B side, they made a decision. Oh, they know Lecro has to pull back, but he goes in instead. Does peek through, but Mo is there and waiting. f0rest peeks out through the smoke, succeeds in interrupting the bomb plant, but now secondary player, headshot connected. What a swing from f0rest. Forest, and now it's all up to Norbit. 2 points of health, and I believe Dignitas haven't already done it. He needs splendid shots to come underway, but he doesn't have much time to do so. Just like that, Dignitas put themselves on map and series points. Well, not series points, just map number 1. I'm getting to...
Because right now, they're not really showing us any signs of trying to get the win. Lekro wins the long-range duel.
Ooh.
But as all of that chaos is happening, he's pretty much guaranteed them the win.
K23's chances are diminishing as well, with hallzerk putting that final shot onto Mo's body. Their hopes lie onto AdreN, but they don't hold true. Dignitas take map number 1.
The USP should come to life because he's playing all the way from toilets. neaLaN manages to get a frag in. Forest will fall off of the server. And now, it's all down to getting onto the A side because they've already picked up 2.
They have indeed, and now they've got the advantage to head on through. K23, they want to take this attack, and Lekro will just give it to them. Easy pickings for the take control over it. Smoke as well to stop off of any sort of attempt from Heaven. AdreN, they were looking at each other for quite some time. They were exchanging looks, but at the end of the day, it was HEAP to win it out in the end. friberg, last responder on the Dignitas side, does manage to snatch Norbit out of the sky, but right there and then is where he will fall as K23 starts off with
just as much their cup of tea. hallzerk gets aggressive, but he's been naded out. The orbital cannon will make...
We've been fighting for so far. Make sure they've got that mid control. There's no silly lurkiness happening. But it doesn't have to be a lurk. It can contestion. Flash coming through, and it is going to be Norbit to trickle in onto this side. friberg does get shut down, but the reinforcements have arrived. HEAP there and ready. Smoke coming underway from Heaven. Lekro can't do too much from that angle, but eventually it is K23 to move onto this site. They do want to recollect the bomb plant, so there is some time bought from Dignitas. But still, they need to find those entries, and they're going to aggress straight away. Norbit quickly on the response. HEAP does shut down 1, so this is doable. Very doable. HEAP with a second one. It's all up to AdreN, but the bomb is planted, and that's really good for him. He can just play it patiently, wait for Dignitas to get on site, but he needs to be quick onto the trigger. Bomb hasn't been touched just yet. Runs out of bullets. Switches up the Galil, but Dignitas, they make it work. They win the round.
That's so insane from HEAP. He picks up 4 kills in the process, and quickly he's revived the form that was available to be seen on Nuke. We saw how crazy he was, how quickly he was getting...
Now with the lineup here, hallzerk instantly out of the equation, and Mo. Now they've waited a little bit too long, and Dignitas are back on this point. Forest with a good lineup, spots out his opponent's shadow before even he peeks through, and that will be the Trey fame reconsidering that prospect. AdreN as well. He does get a dink from the backside of things. He's all by himself, has to deal with 3. He's able to make it down to 2, but it's not going to be good enough. Dignitas
start taking a bit more control over playground. A flashbang is primed to push them in eventually, but friberg will do it the old-fashioned way.
Now, does he go for party or does he cross towards fountain? Still a big choice to make. Spots that one player, sprays one down, and has to fall back. No one there to kill him off. And now they put pressure on the back line of things. Lekro, he's given space, but he needs reinforcements. He's all by himself on the other side. Molly's coming through, misses out on the shots. neaLaN has given access to K23 onto this A site. Reinforcements coming in, but they might be too late. But Dignitas, they've got the numbers.
He can still go for this retake, but Mo has quickly gotten the equalizer. Fame behind the trash can, gets himself a favorable angle, but neaLaN is still alive and kicking. Spray down successful, 11 points of HP. Does friberg come out with a successful spray, or can neaLaN take his head away? The latter's the case, and that's the round for neaLaN.
Slowly retreating to that dumpster position, but it's all a matter of timing. Norbit is able to snatch friberg out of the server. Forest finds one head. hallzerk returns with a second. Dignitas, they've already done some substantial amount of damage. Bomb is dropped. They're buying time for the rotations to come in, and that is going to be HEAP. Coming in from bank as well. Multiple angles. Pistol coming through from hallzerk. Looking to aggress. Lekro with a deagle peek. It succeeds in finding the head of Mo, again. But now, 2-on-2. Lekro's got a nice little angle to work with here, and they can just jiggle peek from time and time again. Lekro wins on his, and so does HEAP. Taking it. They know where he is, and I think AdreN will try and capitalize on it, but all greeted by a bullet in the forest. What a swing. neaLaN capitalize on it, and it's going to be a trade at the end of the day, but it is a 4-on-4. No real ground gained for K23, although they do insist on walking towards toilets. AdreN on the outside of it does snatch hallzerk out. And that means that K23 have the space to move towards the A site. Lekr0 single-handedly has to deal with this, misses on this shot as neaLaN swings out and is successful in his endeavors. K23, they look a lot more comfortable than they did on map number 1, and this may be yet another round going in their favor.
And that, of course, means that they'll have to buy up once again. It's a bit of a slippery slope, and by the time they realize this, they might be
to their third. It's all a matter of patience for hallzerk's position currently. But that molly, that timing, K23, they are well-oiled machines.
Players that want to try to push around the smoke, and Norbert almost gets caught out, and he recognizes that there's no winning that duel, so instead he'll be backing off. Mo individually finds a frag, and friberg is there for the response, but it is simply not enough because the ace site is entirely abandoned. It's a ghost town that'll be incredibly hard to retake. Dignitas, they need Forest to pick up a kill or two, and that's exactly what he does. This allows him a little bit more access, at least isolate one of the positions that they can move in from.
Difficult situation right now. friberg does shoot out on Mao, but quickly Mo. He does regret it. Forest behind the smoke, up against their fame, making it work. Forest, though, still being a menace behind the smoke. He'll linger, but neaLaN, he's got the idea, he's got the information. He's
Rifler at the moment.
Oh,
Norbert creeping forward. Oh, he's past the smoke already. friberg. Spray down does not work.
The flash from Mo is that awareness. You will see hallzerk now coming onto it, but it's all up to Forest right now. Shot coming through onto Mo. Lovely stuff through the smoke.
One more?
But the bomb may go down. No, not quite the second one. AdreN does get the bomb down, but hallzerk is on quick pursuit. Coming in, all players from that CT angle, from the backside of things. No one really challenging the backstab, although AdreN is still aware of it. Forest with a swing, neaLaN with a cross-eye placement, goes for the second. Lekr0 struggles to find that shot. It's neaLaN to hold true with his own, but hallzerk has to deal with...
They're unable to respond. They had Forest ready. They had the numbers advantage as soon as Forest was able to get a kill through the smoke.
Although the CIS roster won't mind that situation at all. hallzerk makes that AWP work from the start, and Forest may greet the same prospect. No, misses out on the shot and gets stinked in the process. Jiggle peek coming through with an HE grenade, but they don't re-peek it. Goes for that wide angle instead and might be able to catch them off guard. Lovely flash, and it catches him off guard. Lekr0 with a double up, so still Dignitas with a numbers advantage.
Very good refrag from Lekr0, but he needs to make sure that he can stay alive. AdreN spots him out, and he's good for a headshot, but still ends up losing his life. Lekr0, he might have given up a bit too much control of the ace site. Two players watching waters, that leaves a lot of responsibility on hallzerk, and that responsibility is increased as Norbert ends up picking two. That is the B site entirely opened up, and now you can see the communication happening between the teammates of K23. They've smoked out jungle. They know exactly what to do. Simply walk onto the B side and make it look easy. Norbert, you've spotted. This is one of the only times they've been able to get this close when they try to take initiative. They haven't been stopped by the nades just yet. hallzerk, he's making the FAMAS work, and the MP9 starts to work it as well. This is the one time they actually run away, mostly unscathed, when they go for aggression.
He wants that AK. He's able to retrieve it. But AdreN, talking about retrieving.
What strategy they end up going for? hallzerk is the man on the site. He's been spotted out, but the timing is of the essence. AdreN plays it ideally. The Desert Eagle this time around. HEAP won't get a chance to use it too much.
Okay,
a bit of a one-way smoke.
They're looking well-rounded. One-way smoke, not going to be peeked from, actually, Norbert. He's going to backtrack all the way towards laboratories, which means that he potentially could isolate these fights. If he's quick enough, they're going to have to peek him. AdreN, he's going to peek on through. That's going to be one shot. Now we'll stick onto the bomb again. Does touch it. Norbert checks it out, but he's able to spot him out in nonetheless. 12 was that previous map. Had a massive mountain ahead of him yet again. Lekr0 for the lineup. Norbert, he's able to...
Look at Mo's positioning here. He's not even going to challenge it. There is no way they check that.
They do, though.
He's actually the first one to die. HEAP and hallzerk, they've gotten 2 entries, and now there's just one player on the bomb side who's trying to play around the smoke. But reinforcements are soon to arrive. Forest doesn't care. Forest is getting kills, and Forest is looking to get the second. Backs away. They've got reinforcements on the T side as well, so it's just Norbert and AdreN getting desperate to claw their way onto the site. Now, moving in from the same angle, it's still going to be a very tough retake because there's no way they can get the defuse in time. As long as Dignitas can just play their cards right, they don't need to go for any additional aggression, and there's no utility to back them up either. AdreN, nice little shot for him. Norbert has the kit, almost gets it, but HEAP will stop it, and he... Get too ahead of myself because K23 still have a chance to stop it right here. No reason that they can't pull the reversal. And this deagle headshot is exactly a sign of times to come.
Yeah, Norbert, though, does get punished from the sidelines. Lekro will manage to punish him. neaLaN, though, is there for reinforcements. K23, they're looking strong. Well, Danny, why did you call it? K23. Oh, they make the deagles work. It's looking grand for these guys. I think they've been resurrected. They've been rejuvenated. Though friberg wants to stay in this game for a little bit longer. Not going to happen because K23 will
run on the T side if they wanted to win this. I'm not going to give them too many... Lekro. Because in Rust, if you get headshotted, you are dead.
You're dead. Oh, yeah. Something similar. That'll be if they'll expect this, but this might be a wise decision from Fame. Let them take it and we'll go for the retake. Yeah, HEAP had no idea, but now they're signing the alarms to have a look on the rotations. AdreN coming in from behind. They've got rota players on short as well. Lekro looking to take control of that situation, but Forest has got his teammates back. Dignitas still got the numbers that they can hide away. They've got the bomb planted. They can play time. Fame peeking through, but Forest quickly deals with him. Mo making sure he can get another set before.
This could actually work out beautifully for Dignitas because keep in mind that K20 pick it up with a couple nades, but it simply doesn't amount to much. It ends up wasting a fair bit of utility. HEAP, that's the kind of entry fragging we've grown to get accustomed to, and that's what he's going to keep on delivering. He gets 2 kills instead. Norbert, he can get caught out at any instance unless he can get a first frag. The barrel's been spotted. He finds the first frag. HEAP keeps on delivering, and that's a 3-piece so far.
And now
see the reaction from K23 too.
Yeah, absolutely. The reaction of K23 is to move to the backside of it, and you may even say they're lacking in reaction because they know that their potential in this is bleak. Lekro challenges spot out a nice little area, but the information they gain is that there's no information. Never mind. No, they trickle forwards. Mo, that was the bomb holder as well. They know exactly where the bomb is, and now it has to be retrieved. Clever smoke, but Norbert expects it from...
They still need to watch out for that flank. How does this play out?
K23 do have the numbers and their endeavors. AdreN on the backside. Will HEAP expect it? I don't think he does. Lekro with the first shot coming onwards. AdreN will be able to pick up an AK-47, and now he'll challenge on both sides. Pins it in. Lekro needs to continue to devour them. friberg holds his own line, but now they're in trouble. Fame with a deagle. friberg is only 1 shot away from death, and he does get shot down with a scout. Lekro is the only man standing, and he gets backtracked from Fame. K23 are back in this, and now will put themselves on a 14th round.
And that's off of a cheeky boost that they've managed to come up with. 14-8. Bang, he's starting to move in. This is where the horsemen will start flying in. AdreN, he's got a cheeky little angle to work with, and he'll be able to mow one down, but HEAP, he's quick on the refrag. He's looking for more. friberg, a nice little addition to the trophy room that Dignitas are starting to build up, but that's also 2 for K23.
Crucially enough, K23 were late to respond to this. They thought it would be some sort of... But I think it is Dignitas back in the game. They've got a hand on the steering wheel, but K23 are in the right seat here. Still not over. Like the attempt from Mo to go for that double no-scope, but no. It is Forest and neaLaN either side to hold an AWP to the next round, but it's Dignitas to run away with a victory.
But Mo, he wants to take initiative, and he does.
Legged. Oh no, that's going to be the kill there. They've been nurtured to go to this A site. AdreN always be spotted out. That's going to be the kill. If they move to the B bomb site now, it is
possibility. He's holding the SG. He needs to get kills now to make sure that his team can stay in it.
neaLaN with a good angle there with the MP9 close and personal. We'll get the shot on Mo as well. We'll recuperate. 2 kills go to his name. K23 they're in this, and this is a statement play. This is a statement round. They can hold on to things. Forest, not for long, will survive. And
it's almost the end of the game, and we haven't seen that just yet. Perhaps he'll get another opportunity on map number 3, but right now...
Tracking now towards the fountain, but Norbert, little do they know, he's having a little bit of a festive time over at Party, but that's not going to last too long. Forest completely annihilates his head with a bullet to slam it right through it, and now it's all up to Mo and AdreN. They're locked onto site, but they do grab 1 kill in the process, but I still think that Dignitas will be getting this win. With a bomb planted onto the A site, with double the amount of players alive on the server in comparison with K23, this should be their round for the taking.
I know that they don't have much money, but it's still very important that they go for this, that they make sure that there isn't an AWP in the hands of Mo, because he's been the difference maker for the most part. I know that he's not top fragging, but there's so many instances where he's able to just dismantle the offenses of Dignitas by getting the right kills at the right time. But Mo, I think he'll be happy to run away with this.
Absolutely. You can hear the commotion behind him as well, so he's just going to run away with it.
He's just running away.
Eager B-side dedication. 2 players lurking towards shore. Norbert still in the smoke. Will peek out. Lovely flash coming through from Mo as well. They facilitate the push nicely. Mo wins out on the trade. hallzerk does pull back though. 3 of us is 4 and it favors the K23 side. Backtracking now. Lekro catches AdreN off guard.
He's peeking out wide. He spotted the shadow. He spotted the shadow for sure. And now he's a bit more proactive. That's a free kill for him. And even though there were 2 reinforcements coming their way, they still cannot get the refrag. K23 calling all shots in the area. How does this play out? Dignitas, they've got a very small chance of winning this because Mo was also locked and loaded. hallzerk ends up winning out the duel. This is where he needed to chime in, and he finally does. But will Mo be stopped? Will Mo reign supreme from the heavens? It's just HEAP remains. All the way to the right side. He's got
that is so good.
Right idea.
Oh,
Mo, not expecting it at all, and that's the round for HEAP.
So making sure that's not contested. neaLaN on the backside connected. The door is open, so he could challenge Forest here. This is a freebie of a kill. Oh dear. HEAP nearby. Doesn't challenge it. Can
K23 do it the old-fashioned way? Can AdreN come up with some big frag?
Yeah,
oh, he's spotted a flare.
Oh, Lekro with a kill there into AdreN. Just like that, it's going to be a 3-on-4, holding down his Grand Fame. Brehze lurking around the pillar, grabs out 3 kills. Fame salvages the positioning for K23. Salvages the...
Oh, scratch that thought. Dignitas moving straight into the B site, and they've got nobody waiting. It's just neaLaN, who manages to maintain a stone-cold gaze as he picks up 2, even 1 through the smoke. That is the B side offense being dismantled.
But they still do take the site down, and the plant does come through. hallzerk now has to hold it down from shore. Let's see if he can pull through. Yes, he does. HEAP as well in his own endeavor. 2v3 is a lot more doable than 5v3. Now coming into this one, friberg will look onto it. AdreN takes him off, but HEAP still holds his ground, has to deal with 2 more players. 2 to his name and 2 to follow. It's going to have to be a 4K if he wants to clutch this up. First headshot connected, nearly the second one. The potential was there, but doesn't quite come underway. AdreN with a defuse, AdreN with a final kill, and K23 with the first round of the map 3.
He almost had it too. It was so close. Wait, oh, for a second there, I thought maybe the bomb...
on top in the end in their endeavor there, though Dignitas do have a decent buy-up as they do get themselves 4 kills in the process with a bomb plant.
Into a round win. Dignitas, they've got so many members here in Connector. They're going to move straight out. Mo was not expecting it, and that scout rifle will not be put to good use. Norbert trying to shimmy around this area, playing off of Tetris, not expecting the player to be right under him, but he is a master at movement because he's isolated 3 duels in the midst of all the chaos, and he's even getting cocky to get the 4th.
Ooh, challenging it, but Fame and neaLaN are the ones to reign supreme in the end.
On Mirage? I don't know, man.
Ooh, it is going to be the full endeavor, but in the process, HEAP, what a shot to initiate the round. If they can follow through with more madness like this, I'd love to see AdreN does get dinked, but it's through the triple box, and just like that, Forrester with a backtrack, friberg with another. All of a sudden, Dignitas have the numbers. They may be able to accumulate some rifles for themselves, and then things would get dicey. HEAP on the backside of things, deagle at hand, drops in time. neaLaN does get the sign of onwards. Forest still holding true. Up close and personal, hallzerk will grab out the headshot. It's a lazy peek to come through from neaLaN. Little bit difficult to finish off the deal, but they've done it. It's all up to Fame right now, and the time is dwindling away. He has to backtrack, he has to save the M4, and it's Dignitas to get themselves around on the map.
Fame even wants to go for a couple quick kills before he runs away, but that doesn't matter too much to Dignitas. They wanted the round, and that's what they got. They played the objective of mid. They have 4 players situated here, and the bomb is upper mid.
Ooh, lovely
smoke. In the hands of hallzerk.
Oh, well, they need to be fast. Smoke will shortly deteriorate, and they need to move onwards. neaLaN, that close angle, cheap corners, cheap from HEAP, but it's hallzerk to close it out in the end. 3-on-3, but the B site is open for the taking for Dignitas.
And this should be a pretty comfortable plant. K23 going in for the retake. They have less than ideal weaponry because AdreN, although he switched it out for a FAMAS, it's still not a full rifle. Free kill for Forest. Makes it look pretty easy. And the second one even more than that. Mo knows that he's got no business operating in these areas and will just be backing off instead.
Yes, he will, but that won't mean that Forest will shy away from that. He even aggresses and puts the cherry on top with a 3. A boost does come underway, but it doesn't. Instead, HEAP aggresses through Palace, and that's going to be a freebie of a kill, putting Dignitas ahead now.
1-for-1 trade. K23, they're struggling to gain any control of the map, while Dignitas, they are flying free. Mo can't believe that he got a chance to swing out and even go for more damage on Forest, but it's HEAP and hallzerk to tag team and make the A side an easy target. Fame, though, he is still holding on to dear life with this FAMAS. Dearly clutched. Can he get a kill off of this? The bomb has been planted.
Uh-oh, sneaky beaky. Fame. That's a free kill. Can he? Oh, yeah, he's not going to pull the trigger. He eventually goes for it. This is a little bit too risky. He knows where HEAP is, which is why he's wary of it. He knows he can't really go for the defuse. Instead, he may opt for saving the AWP.
It all comes down to whether or not his teammate can chime in and maybe get a second frag.
He does. No time, though, do they? They don't even have a kit. And that's painful. But neaLaN sticks it. neaLaN's going to stick it. He's got the time. It's not going to get checked. Oh, Fame! He gets the kill. Defusal. He gets it. K23 back in this. Again, Lecro will be easing up against Connector Smoke. AdreN, he's holding down the line up there, but Mo has to fall and keeps his endeavor. He spots out one player. Surely he spotted out one part of him. Flash coming through. Lovely peek from AdreN. Pre-fire coming through. He's able to grab out 2 in the process, equalizing the scoreboard, but now the A site will be taken over. Ticket-proof play from Fame. neaLaN looking to shut things down from short, but hallzerk holding it through. But crucially enough, at Norbert, it will be the massive difference maker. But I think Dignitas may be aware of that position.
Yeah, HEAP is watching it like a hawk. He does seem to doubt himself for a little bit, but look at this Fame. He's prep pass from CT, and he's made an opening for his teammate to chime in as well. Norbert will fall, and that's just Fame, who has to get everything done by himself, but that will over 2-0 for Dignitas. So if K23 can somehow turn it around, that would be a miracle. Simply because Dignitas actually looks stronger from a few players, which honestly should have gone the way of Dignitas. And yes, I know that individual skills or like some kills here and there are a big part of Counter-Strike in itself.
The patience on neaLaN is immaculate because now he can peek on his free time. Fame checking the corner. Lecro distinguished neaLaN as well, putting his mark in mid, but hallzerk able to deliver onto Fame. 2-on-3 favoring the K23 side. But the bomb is nowhere near for Dignitas to collect. Just like that, a mile from a distance. For a second again. Oh, it's all up to timing. Sports out with player on the backside of Van, but it's going to be a trade at the end of things. They've got the information, one play on site, and rotation's nowhere near to be found here for K23. neaLaN still holds his ground. He's bought so much time that already Mo finds his way close to market. Lecro finally puts his foot on neaLaN, shuts him down, and now The bomb has been planted in favor of the Swedes. K23, but I think Forest has got the right idea. Same could be said about Electro. He does check that angle. Norbert finds one before he goes down. He even finds a second one. Norbert, such a massive difference maker. Electro with two of his own, but needs to check the right angle at the right time. But Norbert, that's the three-piece for him. And K23, with the kit, will defuse the bomb and will give themselves the equalizer.
I cannot believe before, but oh no, friberg, he's given up his position and a fair chunk of HP, gets caught pressing and mashing all the buttons on his keyboard. neaLaN, he's done a fair bit of heavy lifting here, but he can do some more. HEAP will fall. MP9 still ready to deliver.
Still up close and personal, but Forest will eventually kill him off. Forest does get dinked in the process, so down to 30 points of health, really low and could be collected. Mo makes clean work over Electro, and Norbert has the room to push on forwards. And now K23, they circle around hallzerk. They've been rejuvenated.
The angle on mid, while a player pushes in close, catches one that's throwing the Molotov, and even follows it up with a nade to get that additional damage. hallzerk, in the meantime, is busy missing shots and getting shut down by Fame.
Yes. Electro will peek on. They have no idea yet. Yes, that's the keyword. AdreN, now he knows everything is aware. Electro will be able to trade it through, but it might be over. Electro with a headshot will keep Dignitas hopes alive, but for how long? Third follow-up. Electro down to a 2-on-2 from a 2. Well, at least there's one on B. They might as well take the chances. neaLaN is with that close angle. MP9, they have no idea! Electro down to 8 points of health, but delivers. No time left for the bomb plant, and K23
Kept it relatively close, even though not everything is going their way. hallzerk, this is where he's making up or redeeming himself for the mistakes of days gone. Overpass wasn't exactly his cup of tea, but now he's the barista that is delivering lattes left and right.
9-6 wouldn't be too bad for Dignitas, and they're showing prospects of delivering in that regard. Fame will be peeking through, but Electro, yeah, he's got the idea. He knows. Short push, second follow-up, simple stuff for hallzerk. Flawless round to end the half for Dignitas. They still...
3-man commitment over here.
Electro spotted them out, but doesn't connect with any of his shots, which means K23 had the initial advantage. HEAP trying to find cover from the shot. Pillar, but Norbert is able to shut him down off guard. HEAP as well, trying to pull through some shots, but it's hallzerk to bring things to a more doable standpoint. Oh my god, hallzerk! That's going to be the three-piece for him this round, and now it's all up to neaLaN. 1v2, but hallzerk comes in with a 4K. Dignitas start things strong on the second half.
That's such a good round from hallzerk, and where he was essentially a liability on overpass, he is an incredible asset for the CT side on Mirage. Be surprised if this goes either way. My bad. Didn't take into account that the bomb had been planted. Oh no, hallzerk!
hallzerk does them dirty. A lot of ground control towards the A site. They have got the numbers to tail for it. neaLaN with it pre-firing behind ticket booth lures one player out, which means they do dominate on one, but I think up against the wall, AdreN has to drop down, and hallzerk hasn't even made his presence known. Just like that, they shut them down. A follow-up to come through from that pistol, and an 8.
And this is where it's all guns blazing. We've got weaponry across the board. Mo, nice headshot onto Forest, isn't going to allow him to get any control of Palace whatsoever, and that's actually a very essential part of the map, being under the control of Dignitas. Mo, though, he's gonna catch one in the back.
Okay, Dignitas, they continue to devour players, but let's see if they can continue to survive as K23 look to trample themselves onto the A site. hallzerk mollied out, but that's some space he can work with. Oh, spots out the peak. neaLaN knows. Peeks through the fire. Gets the follow-up. What a shot now from hallzerk. That molly, but the time is dwindling. The two players do have kits, but can they make it work? AdreN with the first headshot. hallzerk with the AWP hold down will go for the defuse preemptively, but Fame holding that angle gets both kills, and K23 still hold on to the lead.
For failure. They're setting themselves up for an economically barren round, or rest of the round. hallzerk and HEAP, though, they're happy to tag team and get a couple kills for themselves.
Right idea. He's got the AWP. He needs to work out. Oh, no. I think he damaged Norbert, but it wasn't quite enough to close him out. Electro will deliver onto neaLaN, but now they are in trouble. friberg makes that deagle work out. Swing out. Pays for it with his life in the flames, but it doesn't even matter. Dignitas come up. Why not?
Just no longer talking about Counter-Strike.
No.
But look at this, K23 quickly pushing up mid, and Norbert's managed to find friberg, who's generally found himself on the short end of the stick. HEAP quickly responds, and that means that K23 still have the equalizer to deal with. Forest, he's about to be mollied out, and he swings out wide, but he still manages to almost get a double. It's Mo that...
3. And it'll be up to Dignitas to find those first shots. They've got quite a lot of utility to work around with. Coming out. And now, say, do K23. They know exactly where both players are coming from. Spray down from Fame. It's all up to hallzerk with an AWP. If he draws out the pistol, it could be doable for him, but the AWP was not going to be a simple affair for him. Has to swing out. First shot connected. Will draw out the AWP yet again, but he's running out of time. Has to move away. K23 will come out victorious. Dignitas left it out too late.
And once again, hallzerk gets incredibly aggressive, but he ends up legging his opponent instead. HEAP gets aggressive and finds
a goal. Oh, that off-line goal. He wasn't quite ready for that. And hallzerk down to 13 points of health. He's able to survive, though. HEAP still holding down his ground on the A ramp side, but it's the B side that K23 are looking for.
And they'll be spotted out. They are ready and waiting. The smoke to at least impede their progress, and Forest has quickly chimed in to get a kill through the smoke.
Norbert?
That leaves Norbert on the flank, but he's been read. He's been read like a book, and Forest knows exactly how that final chapter ends. It's with a bullet in the head of the player that goes for the backstab. Mo, nothing he can do here. He's got 15 seconds, and I think they're about to read him a bedtime story as well.
Nighty nights. Sleep
Forest.
tight, and it's contact from Forest. But he will peek it nonetheless. Oh, crouch peek, that's going to catch Forest off guard. He expected the headshot angle. It doesn't work out for him. K23 looked to backtrack and get back into this game. friberg from Ticket Booth finding that first kill for his team, spraying onto the second, not quite connecting. And that means that K23 have got solid command over the site. Spray down, let go. Wants to recuperate onto this, runs out of bullets, draws out the pistol, but not in time. Norbert will make sure that he has no other say in the matter, as HEAP will be the final member of Dignitas this round. Will the count for a kill, but how much can he account for? He's able to run away with the AK-47, but K23, they're keeping a close leash on their opponents.
Dignitas.
It does look like it. Oh, but though, quite makes for it. Peeking through, he has rejoiced. With hallzerk now with the AWP, Fame quick to the trigger, headshot onto friberg. Nothing you can do with that little weapon. Forest, though, knows that Norbert is nearby and will try and deal with it before reinforcing the attack towards A. But K23, and Norbert as well, he's bought so much time that the bomb has already gone down, and K23...
Because the quicker he dies, the quicker Forest can rejoin his teammates in the attempt to a retake. So he can keep Forest there long enough so that he's too busy to even attempt it. K23, they've battered the economy of Dignitas, and unless hallzerk can... Well, I think hallzerk will be able to save this AWP, but regardless, it's not like they'll have much of a buy. Secure the overtime. You can see how desperate hallzerk is getting to make sure that his team gets the advantage, because otherwise they're going to fall, and that's exactly what ends up happening to hallzerk. Instead, there's a second attempt at a kill coming out from AdreN, but instead he'll get punished by HEAP.
Opting for the A site, the bomb slowly making its way towards the C spawn as neaLaN is making chaos towards the B site, looking to make the players from K23 look out of position. This is going to be free bait for them. Genius stuff from K23, and that is going to be the site open. friberg, you can't juke him anytime soon. There's time ground on any of the sites, and they don't have much time remaining.
Yeah, they've got to get it done quickly. But neaLaN, he's granted access to the B site. Does the bomb get there in time, though? I don't think so, because no, is not close enough.
They don't.
He's planting at the 3-second mark. They just need to get the kill instead. And neaLaN, oh, he almost even gets it. friberg can live just long enough for him to keep his team in the game. Had he not...
With it, they're just going to have to deal with the rifles they've invested in. He peeking through AdreN, the first to chime. True. Know what they want to go for. They know what they're looking for, Norbert. Now his attention is turning towards the short side. Spray down for Norbert. Surely that's the victory they require. Surely that is their avenue to success. The B site now completely open for the part to be facilitated. And friberg and hallzerk with less than optimal weapons to deal with the scenario. K23, I think they've done everything required to close the series in their favor.
No way that friberg and hallzerk can do anything off of this. They are just playing for extra points. Just pad the HLTV stats because that's the only thing you can hope for. This has got to be it. hallzerk, what a valiant effort from him because he's managed to get himself all the way to 34 frags, but it is not enough. And not enough gas there.